you bottle so much in. Like, I bottled in all that, like, bullying and...
Hola nenes, and welcome back to my channel. I have Sam here again, and we're going to be doing another story time. So if you guys are interested in watching videos about bullying and dealing with bullying, then make sure that you stay tuned. When you were talking about that cultural stuff, it definitely like brought me back.
It hits you hard.
Yeah.
Anyone who's like a different... Like, whether you're mixed, or I still consider myself being Filipino, even though I'm mixed. I relate more to that Filipino side.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I just feel more strongly about it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyone who else is, like, Hispanic, or Filipino, or Asian, Pacific Islander. I said Asian really weird. I said Asian. I said it really weird.
With an accent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyone who's from a different, like, culture understands. Like, you get treated differently.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're surrounded by certain cultures.
Yeah.
I went to a pretty much all-white school for elementary and then middle school. I think it wasn't until high school that there was a little more integration.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean... I was the only Hispanic kid, and then it was my best friend, his sister, and I think there was one other kid, but that was it, like, for Hispanics.
So you're, like, minority.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And then he left for years, so then all of a sudden it just became me.
Mm-hmm. So you had, like, the whole school kind of, like,
yes,
against you.
And I didn't speak English. So I had to go to ESL, which later came ELL or...
English. For those of you who don't know, ESL is English as a second language, and ELL is English language learner.
I just learned that now, too.
You didn't know what it was?
No, it's been years. I was like, it's English something.
Yeah, English language learner. They changed it. So, I don't know when that changed.
So that's why.
That's what that means.
My smart cookie over here. But I think it was really hard to relate to everybody else just because I was the only brown kid, and it wasn't until 5th grade where my best friends actually came in, and she is African American. She was. And that was finally like another person of color.
So you kind of...
I don't think we bonded over that, but it was more we understood each other. And if you remember, I said that I was a bully in elementary school.
Yes.
So in 5th grade, she came in, and as soon as she met me, she did not like me. She didn't have a good first impression of me at all. She thought, well, she knew I was a bully. And so she didn't want anything to do with
you.
Yeah. But then she realized the other side of it. It's like, you kind of have to... See, that's what I said. I was like, that's why I waited. I was like...
She did not like you whatsoever.
Oh, yes. She did not. She did not want to mess with me. She didn't want anything to do with me. Absolutely. Because she didn't like me at all. I think she saw a fight that I was in. And she was like, oh, yeah, no. Not messing with that mess. And it wasn't until she actually got to know me and understood, like, why I was getting into these fights.
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll talk a little more about... Wait, this is the bullying video.
Yeah, this is the bullying video.
Okay. I was like, we can talk about that some more.
This is...
Okay, so this is the video. I think the reason that I was bullying other people is because I definitely felt like I had to fight for everything, and I had to fight my way so that I would be taken seriously.
Right.
Because even my friends would laugh at me. And so at that point, I would turn around and like either push them to the ground and then be like, okay, well then let's fight.
Right.
And then they'd be like, never mind. She was 5 inches taller than me. And I was like, I'll still take you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you were the tough cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, me, I'm like,
You were a tough cookie too.
I didn't really break out of my shell until college.
Yeah. But after that,
it took that long to break out.
That's probably why you like lashed out.
I
like
think
that.
so. Yeah.
Usually it's the quiet one.
It's like because you bottle so much in. Like, I bottled in all that, like, bullying and, like, all the ones who you thought were your friends.
Oh.
Like, you know, for birthdays, you'd be like, get them a
Yes.
balloon, decorate their locker. Like, you do so much for them, and you, like, give so much to your friends, and then they don't, like, thank you in return. Or, I mean, like, it's not like I'm expecting...
Yeah.
Like, to them to, like, actually give me something, but it's like, give me your, like, carry, here's the thing, can't think of my words.
Care gesture?
Like, do the same gesture, I guess.
Yes. Okay, gesture.
Like, the thought.
Oh, yeah, it's the thought that counts.
The thought that counts. But, like, yeah, you do so much. Like, there's those friends. So I kind of have, like, a trust issue.
Oh, we can definitely talk about that.
But, yeah, once I got out of college, I think I kind of, like, rebelled and everything. And that's another thing coming from, I mean, it's not like a full Filipino home, but having Filipino mom, I felt very sheltered.
Yes.
Elementary, middle school, high school, so sheltered. It was just a sheltered little thing. So when I was at college, I was like, break it out and rebel. But,
and that's why I think you have so much personality now. Yeah. Because I definitely feel like I am more reserved now than I was when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I was super happy, outgoing, and everything. And I think I just mellowed out a lot for some reason.
That's fine.
I don't know what happened. But I think after taking so many hits from, like, friendships, I just didn't want to deal with it at all.
The being bullied will do a lot to you. I hate to see it even in first grade. I hate seeing the kids, like, react the way they do.
Oh. And honestly, I think we're little sociopaths when we're younger.
I mean, they always say, you know, kids will be kids or boys will be boys. And I swear I just saw something on my phone that was like, it was like a guy holding a poster and it says boys will be what they're taught. It's like boys will be boys, but it's crossed off. Like, boys will be what they're taught.
I love
which
that.
Which is so true.
Yeah.
So I think if you teach your kids, like, manners and respect, it'll make it easier on teachers. And they'll just be a better person when they grow up. I think they're never too young to learn about bullying and how they should treat others.
I don't think I was talked about bullying. I think I was more instilled the respect yourself, don't let anybody walk all over you, things like that. But I think I just had, when I was younger, I think I just had a lot of hate because I didn't fit in. And it was like, once I got older, my Hispanic friends were kind of making me choose between, it's either your white friends or it's us. Which, if you're my friends, you're not going to make me choose. Right. So, obviously, I was like, well, this is it then. Yeah. Like, I'm going to go sit with them. But it's hard because that's your culture, you know?
Bullying is a big issue with me. I don't like it.
No, and I hate it. And I hated myself for a long time.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just I was bullying bullies, I was also bullying